Hey friends, it is time for another FAFO in the Mo. Now, did I feel like it was time for another FAFO in the Mo? No, I really didn't feel like I needed that. And it didn't start out with intentions of being a FAFO in the Mo. It never does. What it started out with was me thinking that I was a proactive adult human. See, my older son and his wife are kind enough to tell me that I could have these rose bushes that they don't want because I would like rose bushes. Not because I love flowers. I don't. I actually want them for their thorns. You're not surprised. I know you're not surprised, but there's an actual legitimate non-creepy reason of why I want them for their thorns, but I digress. Knowing exactly where I want to put said rose bushes, I was like, let me be proactive. By that area underneath, there is my basement and my basement windows. And the last time I was down in the basement during the light of day, because normally I'm down there kind of before the sun comes up, like doing my workouts and stuff. But the last time I was down there during like full sunlight, I could see just a little like smidge of a crack where the window wasn't like quite sealed. So I was like, let me be proactive and go down there with my little caulk gun and like go ahead and seal that up.
Editing Jamie here to explain that the reason I wanted to seal that up was because I knew I was going to disturb the soil around it when planting those rose bushes, and I didn't want any of the pests or insects to think, oh, let me go ahead and take refuge in this house by means of this crack. Okay, carry on.
And I started to. I started to seal it, and then I went like up the window and I started to put it around the top of the window. Yeah, the caulk came out. Came out. So from the inside of my house, from the basement to the outside where the wilderness is, where the animals are, where the everything is, where the pests are. Because why would my house be sealed properly? Why would it be sealed properly? So, no problem. I actually went through this last year with the neighboring window. Why I didn't check this window when I checked the other window, we're not going to talk about that. We're not talking about that. We're talking about proactiveness. So I went and got my little like foam insulation stuff to like spray in there, and I was out. I was out. Long story short, short story long, I had to order more this stuff, and I will follow it with more caulk, but I did get more of this. I did finish like filling in those gaps. If you saw styrofoam in there, that was just me like trying to move insulation without touching insulation. I did not leave the styrofoam in there. I'm not crazy. I'm not that kind of crazy. I am a little bit crazy, but not that crazy. Anyways, why can't anything be simple? Why can't anything ever be simple when it comes to house chores? I don't know, but if nothing else, hopefully it gave you a giggle. Thank you. Bye.